the one thing that disappoints me about this whole conversation is I feel like we haven't buried Disco Inferno enough.
Oh, well, that's an easy thing to do.
And we buried him a lot.
Tell me who the biggest pussy piece of shit talent in WCW was, and then why is it the Disco Inferno?
Jesus.
First off, you used the term talent.
Oh God, yes, you're right.
You guys should do. I'll tell you what. You would have a line around the block if you just did a show where everybody called up and ripped Disco.
Here's my contention, and I mean, I've met Glenn. I think I don't know. He says we met in TNA. I don't remember meeting him, but again,
he's a terrible liar and name dropper.
I was taught not to interact with the guys that are lower on the card, so I just never talked to Disco. But he says we've met. I'm sure he's a nice guy. Chris likes him. You like him. I mean, hey, how bad could he be? But
I didn't say I liked him.
He strikes me. I just remember watching him when he first debuted and thinking what a brilliant gimmick this was, like an updated honky tonk man and, good body, banana nose, but that worked out well. And I was like, this is great, but he's one of those guys, and I think this is the true test of if you're totally a fuck up in wrestling, is the more TV time he got, the less over he got. Well, it's true. It's not a joke.
We can wrap it up with this because this is a story that truly reflects on Disco Inferno. And I got this secondhand, but I'm sure it's true. A bunch of guys in WCW happened to be on the same plane going somewhere, right? And Disco was sitting next to some 50, 60-year-old bent and withered crone who looked terrible and was impaired noticeably, right? At one point, she summoned the stewardess and accused Disco of feeling her up.
Oh my God.
Okay. So and she's screaming, and then the plane lands, and everybody goes to the baggage carousel, and the old lady's there to get her bag, right?
Yeah.
And Perry.
It's Hughesy. Hello.
Yeah.
And Perry Saturn, who always had a flair for, pouring salt in the wound, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, of course.
He goes up to the old lady, and he goes, "Ma'am, I'd like to apologize for anything rude or untoward my friend might have done." And the lady screams in a bell-clear voice that you could hear miles away, "He's a horse's ass!" I think that sums up Disco. What do you guys think?
Oh, perfectly.
Oh, my God.